The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world. I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome in to another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, coming to you from the east side of Nashville, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day being awesome to give my video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to like it, throw a share on there, man. Doesn't cost you anything. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on all of my social media platforms. That way, if you have a tune, a band, a song, you want me to... redundancy, I get it. If there's a song or suggestion you have for me, leave it in the comment section below. But as I just said about redundancy and how much I hate it, just read through the comments. If you see your song has already been suggested, just leave a like on theirs and comment with I concur. Also, if you can help me from keeping my videos from having to be taken down, that would be cool too. Am I letting the song play too long? Am I not pausing enough? I don't know what's going on, but a whole handful of my videos in the past week, I've had to either edit down to basically nothing or just delete them completely. So if you have an understanding of what this is, because again, I'm new to it, go ahead and leave me a comment in the section below. I'm kind of asking for your advice here on how to avoid me having to go back a couple of weeks to delete videos. So that would be really cool if you could help me out with that. I do take my suggestions seriously. I write them down in the handy dandy notebook. I try to get to them in a timely fashion. So if something slips through the cracks, just leave me a polite reminder that, hey man, could you get to this tune? Today, for example, I want to try to crank out a couple of them, so you may see the same shirt in a couple of videos. I do love the shirt. I do love Manchester United. I'm glad we beat Leeds, but I'm not doing a wardrobe change. Today's video is actually from the handy dandy notebook. I've got a lot of DMs and a lot of suggestions on other videos to continue down my path with Arian Lucasen. And I had done a reaction to Arion, the day that the world died. I did a reaction to that video as well. And it was really cool because he popped into the comment section and left me a comment. And I thought that was really super awesome. It humbled me. It showed me what a great dude he was. So today we're going to go to his other project, Star One. They recently released an album, I believe on the 13th or 18th. I can't remember because I'm super baked and all I'm seeing are the rounded sides of the right side. So I can't remember if it's the 13th or the 18th, but he just released an album called Revel in Time. I believe it is a reference to Blade Runner. And today we're going to check out a track featuring Roy Khan and Tony Martin. Roy Khan of Camelot and Tony Martin of Black Sabbath. He did 2 stints in Black Sabbath. Probably one of the, even his contemporaries have said he was a great replacement for Ozzy Osbourne. So Tony Martin's on this along with Steve Vai. The Devil's, you've got the Devil's guitarist, man. How can you go wrong? I don't know if people owe this guy favors or what, but he is really stacking the box here against his competition. So I'm really excited today to check out a track called Lost Children of the Universe, inspired by the film Interstellar. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just talking crap here. Like I said, man, I'm super baked. So I'm in the right mood to check this out. Automatically, right off the bat, I'm getting a Billy Thorpe Children of the Sun vibe, which is good, because that's a fantastic track.
Storms are blazing over barren lands. Stars are fading and the skies, our world is dying. Her precious life, soon a memory. Our race will not
right off the bat, Roy is setting a really good textured tone along with that Hammond B3 organ. The Hammond is just such an incredible instrument which should be used more often, and you hear it quite often in prog, a lot of prog music. The Hammond B3 adds another layer to this mood that's being set with the vocals and the ambient. So I really like this mood. It does have a it is quite foreboding, without a doubt, just vocally and just with the light ambient and the menthol tone of that Hammond is already setting a very foreboding tone with this track.
Ghostly signs from another world, mysterious symbols reappear, an unworldly warning, a guiding light from the maze of time. Our race may just survive. There is hope, it's not over.
What I really dug about this verse right here is how quickly it changes mood. It changes mood so quickly, I think I dated it. Where at the beginning, I said there's this foreboding tone and mood set at the beginning with the Hammond and the ambient and Roy's vocals. And then when Tony comes in, it almost brings a light at the end of the tunnel vibe, doesn't it? And not just lyrically because it's spelling it out for you, but the way his cadence works creates an added lift to the lyrics to give you that it's still melancholy, but there's a hopefulness to it. So like I said, it's like a light at the end of the tunnel thing. It's really cool.
It's not over.
Now, Ed Warby, every time I see his name mentioned, I have to do a reaction to Gentle Storm. I had seen a video of Gentle Storm live, and I've got to write that down. Sorry. Thank you for the reminder. Keyboards. All right, so he's doing guitars and bass. So in the United States, we've got a sport, it's baseball. And there was a team back in the day that had a group of guys that were just absolute monsters to compete against. And they were nicknamed Murderers Row. And it was this concept of, if you have to play against these players, you're not going to succeed. And every time I'm watching this, all I'm thinking of, this guy is like the manager of Murderers Row. He's the player's manager. He's the player/manager of musical Murderers Row. I hope that makes sense. Horsehead Nebula. Right?
Captured by gravity, we journey on towards the cosmic void and make our way across the galaxy in search of a future, in search of a dream.
I swear to God, that was the opening of an awesome Marvel movie. I know some of you may see that as insulting, but it's not. That is, I don't care what the movie was about. If you made a movie about lost children of the universe, someone out there should make this movie.
Caught in a quandary.
That was awesome.
Save the billions we abandoned. I save the future of humanity. In search of a new home. In search of a dream. In search of a life. For sliding down. Lost children of the universe. Reaching for the stars.
Nice time change. Nice. Now, when this time change still continues the mood. A lot of times when a time signature change happens or a drop happens, it changes the mood of the song, or sometimes even the theme of the song will change. What I love about this guy is he's able to string together, as I said in the other video that I did of his, he's putting together this perfect puzzle that he sees in his head, and he knows exactly what needs to go where and who needs to do it. And it just flows together rhythmically, thematically. And again, this is dripping. This is dripping. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Alan Parsons Project. Yes, this is dripping that along with that early, I'm not going to say Budgie or Slade, but it's having that blues-based, I would even go as far as to say even like a tinge of Robin Trower in there a little bit. So I'm loving how he's able to string that together and keep it going. Devil's guitar player, man. When you play guitar for Satan, he doesn't get a scrub in there. Dude, Steve Vai's guitar is his voice. It's so, I know I say that with a flip attitude, but I'm not meaning it that way. Like Yngwie, Joe Satriani, Ian Moore, they have such a thick, rich, textured, unique tone to all of their guitars. I love his work. And yes, I'm even a fan of the work he did with David Lee Roth. Just Like Paradise is a great, what was it, Skyscraper? Was he on that record? I think he was. Maybe? He was on the first one, Eat 'Em and Smile. Damn it. That tone. Oh. That's that Robin Trower progression. That when you talk about prog, are you talking about blues-based prog, or are you talking about synth-based prog? What are you going with here? Are you talking orchestral prog? Because Robin Trower was the blues-based prog, and that's what you're hearing here. Man, it's such a great tone to have in progressive rock. Sorry, I want to hear this again. So clean, right? So, and I do mean technically and proficiently, but I'm talking about the colors that are on that palette right now that he's painting with. They're all clean and sharp and bright, and it's perfect. and I'm glad I'm baked for it. All right. There's no need to make any more music. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. That construction right there of that crescendo is just incredible. The way that it's not a slow build, but it's just so good. Just so good. It's a natural progression that your body agrees with. So that's what makes it so stupendously wonderful, is that it's allowing you to go your own way, and it almost seems like you're driving it, but it's really driving you. It's just wonderful. Wonderful colors and energies. Right here. So the word I would use to describe this song so far is magnificent, in its truest definition. And I don't mean magnificent as you're trying to hook up with her at the club magnificent. Like, man, you are magnificent. No. The magnitude of this song is it almost feels unreachable. Like you can't touch it without getting hurt. It's incredible. You know, props to the choir. Definitely props to the choir. The thickness that's added by the operatic choir. There's certain times when, like, I have this thing about children singing in that style, the Gothic style. It's super creepy. It's very Children of the Corn, right? When you hear children singing that way. But when you add a proper choir to a progressive song, or to any rock song, really, you are adding part of the root of rock and roll. And part of the root of rock and roll in and of itself is gospel. A lot of the early rockers and most rockers through the 60s and 70s were heavily influenced by gospel. So the sound of a choir in rock and roll juxtaposed against blues or a blues-based chord is not as unnatural as it would look on a piece of paper. So I really like that, again, he's he's just nailing every single element of this tune. Also, I want to give a shout out to the choir. This is he's Dutch. So this is in the Netherlands, maybe filmed up in that area, in that Scandinavian area, and the fact you're standing in ankle deep water to film that, good on you. Well done. But visually, I appreciate him creating this video in a way that it allows you to follow his theme, meaning it's allowing you to understand what he's doing in the concept and the construct of the song. But the song itself is so magnificent that it allows you to take your own journey in the song. So he's doing a really good job of, again, this is 3-4 songs put together, but it's really one piece of music. So obviously the song thematically has a lot to do with conservation, the environment, the planet, things like that. So I'm digging that. I'm digging that message. I'm a short-haired hippie. I believe in leaving nothing but footprints and taking nothing but pictures.
Can you feel me in this coil of time? Can you find me in this maze, in this dimension? Deep down you know it was always me. Our race will now survive. A new start, it's not over.
Again, that juxtaposition of tone and theme with the lyrics, it's a mood that sounds one way, but lyrically professes a different direction. So your brain goes along with it, even though there's a logical part of you that says, wait a minute, he sounds really bummed out. But then you're listening to the message and you're feeling the vibrations coming through, and you understand that it's really a positive thing. So it's great how he's doing that. Is that it? There's a credit screen, right? All right, here we go. I'll let this roll so everybody gets their love. Roy Khan, Tony Martin, Marcelo Bovio, I really hope I said that right. Irene Janssen, Hell School Choir, Ed Warby, Joost van de Broek. Again, I'm not saying these names right. This is why I didn't do it. I'm getting screamed at by everybody. So here's what I like about Arjen, is that he is without a doubt a throwback. His sound and his structure and his tone overall, when you listen to his music, is very retro in its source. So you can hear that. If you understand prog rock, if you go back into prog rock and as far back as however you do, whether it's the Nice or whomever, you understand that there are certain sounds and tones that are prevalent throughout progressive rock. And what I like about Arjen is that he pays absolute tribute to the roots of progressive rock. You can hear it. You can hear it structurally in his music, but he's able to bring a sense of modernity to that retro source. Hang with me here. So when you're listening, this is what I love about listening to his music, is that I talk about music being a place to make you comfortable. It's a place that makes you safe, even in its darkest moments, even in its most painful times. The music you love and the music that you enjoy, it makes you feel safe. It makes you feel comfortable. So you're not afraid to take those emotional, subconscious journeys vicariously through the music. And he's able to do that with that familiar tone, but yet he's bringing in the modernity of his own structure. So these are modern songs. They're songs about the future, songs about today, songs about how we are as human beings. So he is tapping into the current cultural zeitgeist. But I'm telling you right now, in 1,000 years, this song will still be good and it will still be relevant. He has tapped into such a base that of uniqueness. And like I said, he's got this ability. He's like a metal baker, a progressive metal baker. He knows exactly the right amount of each sound, tone, and mood to put here and there. He understands the construction of a song, the composition of a piece of art, and that's what he's doing. So again, you can call it Star One, you can call it Arion, you can call it whatever you want. If Arjen Lucassen is on the board, if he's the one driving the train, he is the manager of Murderers Row. He absolutely is so respected and so loved and so admired by everybody in the community that they're jumping at the chance to work with him. I made a joke earlier about, oh my God, everybody owes him favors. No, I don't think so. I think they see it as a favor to work with him. I would anyway. If I were a musician and I got a phone call from him and said, hey, would you like to, you wouldn't even finish the sentence. Hey, it's Arjen Lucassen. I'm on my way. Let the lawyers figure it out later. I'm on my way. Obviously, he is a brilliant artist, not just musically, but in his brain, to be able to take, and I understand that, being able to take what you're hearing in your head and making it onto tape or into digital or whatever platform you're using is very difficult, especially for the artist. Us, the listener, we're just hearing the final product, and it's this magnificent. And I'm telling you right now, if he hears it, I doubt he's satisfied with it. I'm sure that if he were to sit down and break this down, he would be like, maybe this, maybe that. Maybe he is completely satisfied. I would be. This is a mic drop. It's like, there you go. Like I said, what's the point? This is just one track off of one album released in February. This album should be up for awards just off that track alone. Just off that track alone, if this is the delineator of what's to come, this creatively speaking, lyrically speaking, thematically, the mood, the tone, the texture of the song is just wonderfully magnificent. So I can't wait to get further into this record. So thank you everybody for saying, for hitting me up with the DMs telling me, dude, Arjen's put out a new song, man, you got to check it out. So I'm glad you did. Thank you very much. Again, if you have a suggestion for a tune, track, or band you want me to check out, put it in the comment section below, read through, I concur, you know the whole thing. Follow me on social media. That way you have a direct conduit of communication with me. So if, again, you want to hit me up with a message, that would be the way to do it. But just remember, I do have a day job and I'm a single dad. So I have other stuff going on. If something slips through the crack, I'm really sorry. Just throw me a quick, polite reminder and I'll try to jump on it. So I jump on it. I'll get to it when I can. I want to thank Aspen Dental and Connect 200. They are the powers that power the wild side with Eric Clark. Thank you again for all of your suggestions, your comments, and your critiques. I appreciate them greatly. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.